Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie Bush and this is Winning with Winnie. So in this channel, I share tips on studying abroad. I also talk about food and travel and just take you guys through the different things that I do throughout the day or throughout the year. So if you like my content, please go ahead and subscribe. But anyways, in today's video, I will be sharing how to transfer from a community college to a four-year institution. So like many of you, if you watched my previous video, you'll realize that I started my American journey or the American dream at a community college in Detroit, Michigan. And afterwards, I transferred over to a four-year college called Jackson State University, which is in Jackson, Mississippi. If you're ready, let's get right into today's video on how to transfer from a two-year community college to a four-year institution. Y'all, so community colleges, like most people know, it's 2 years and you get an associate's degree. So you are almost nearing the end of maybe your first year. I know personally for me, after doing my first complete year, so I did fall, I did spring, I did summer. So after that year, I was like, okay, I want to transfer over to a four-year community college. So I would say once you feel like you're ready to start transferring, the first step I would say is to meet with your community college advisor. So the advisor, or typically they're called academic advisors, they're able to kind of look at your transcript and let you know, okay, you're doing great in all of these classes, okay, you can start preparing to transfer over. So with that, the first thing I would say is now once your advisor has kind of reviewed everything with you, I think it's now time to start doing your research. So by doing your research, I mean kind of looking into the different universities and colleges that you want to transfer to. I would make a list. Like for me, I made like an Excel sheet list. I listed, like I had a row for like the name of the universities. I had another row for like their application deadline. I had another row for like the cost to apply, because university you have to, I know certain people qualify for waivers, but I don't know that international citizens qualify for those. Typically it's only American citizens that qualify, but each institution might be different as well. But I would make a row for like the cost of applying to those institutions. I would also make another row like I've talked a lot about cost. I would make a row to see like how much do they cost. I would also make another row about scholarship, like do they offer you any scholarship. So with that, like I said, the first one is doing your research. So you want to kind of look at the different universities that you're interested in transferring to, making sure that you're considering costs, you're considering location, you're considering do they have your program. So whether that you want to do like geology, journalism, I don't know what, like physics, like whatever program or whatever major you want to do, making sure that that university that you're considering has it. Let's see. Yeah, so once you kind of do all that research, I would go ahead with making that Excel sheet just to make sure that you kind of have a structure and something to kind of refer back to. Then the next step I would say is apply. So start putting together your documents. So a lot of the institutions would require, I know some typically would require you to take like TOEFL. I know I had to take TOEFL for one institution, so that's something that you might have to consider. So kind of start putting together your documents. So whether that's taking TOEFL, what else do they typically require? Sometimes they want you to write like personal statement, like an essay basically stating why you think that institution would be a good fit. A lot of them have like specific language, like they have specific like a essay topic or a personal statement topic that they want you to focus on, or they sometimes also have different choices that you can write on. So kind of start putting that together. And like my tip with the personal statement is once you write it, like just take a moment, let's breathe. But take a moment, sit down, kind of reflect on all your experiences, reflect on what you want your personal statement to say. Then just start putting things down on paper. Like don't even care, like don't care whatever grammatical errors you're making, just write. And then afterwards you can now come back to like sit down and edit. And I think it's also extremely important to kind of have someone else proofread it for you, just so like you want to make sure that it's understandable by some, because a lot of times we write and then like people have no clue what we're talking about. So I think it's important to kind of you know, take a step back. Like after you've written, you come back, you know, you do your necessary edit, you make sure that your grammar is perfect, all of that. You then send it to someone else to kind of proofread it for you. And that's also something that your community college can assist you with. Sometimes they have like a writing center, or they have like tutors who would be able to kind of review your essay for you. I know for me, when I was leaving the community college, my English teacher, like my English professor, was extremely helpful. Like she helped like review my essay for me. So that might be something to consider. So once you've kind of put together your application material, and written your statement and have people proofread for you, then you know what? Like apply. Like just go ahead, just hit that submit button. And then the last thing I would say is just I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips to help you like navigate the whole process. And I don't even have a lot of tips, but my first one, which I feel like is the most important, is start early. Like once you go, you know, once you start your community college and you're like, I know I'm going to transfer, like making sure that your grade is on point. Just start early to like kind of look at the different schools that you want to transfer to. Like just start early for the whole process. And then also it's very important that because from transferring from a community college, it's important that you look at universities and colleges that will accept all if not like what's it, at least most of your credit. So what you should know is some universities and colleges won't accept all your credit. Like I know they, like for me, I had to take like Math 101 or like English 102 or something. Like some community, some 4-year institutions won't accept that. So it's important that you kind of look at the different programs that will accept most, if not all, of your credit. I would also advise that you go to a HBCU. Like I love HBCU. Like my experience at Jackson State University was like one of the most important for me. So I know like Jackson State University, they offer really nice scholarship package. Alcorn State is another one in Mississippi that offers like amazing scholarship. So also something I forgot to mention before was at my community college, as I was, you know, part of my preparation stage, one thing I did was join, it's called PTK, so it's Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. So with that honor society, in transferring to like Jackson State, or I think Alcorn State still have the same thing. If you have a 3.5 GPA and above, then you get full ride. Like this is not full tuition, like this is a whole full ride scholarship. So they cover your tuition, they cover room and board, so your housing, your food is all covered. They covered one other thing. They covered what did they cover? They covered like books as well. So they gave me like $1,000 to spend on books. So it is very important that while you're at your community college, that you're keeping your GPA up. You are doing your best. Like if you need a tutor, seek tutoring services, like whatever you need, kind of build this community around you. Get friends, you know, in your classes that will help uplift you and help empower you and help support you in your journey. Thanks y'all for watching this video. If you like it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. I hope this was extremely helpful. Today we talked about how to transfer from a 2-year community college to a 4-year institution. Anyways, y'all, until next time, my name is Winnie Bush and this is Winning with Winnie. Bye y'all.